So that's Ismaila there with Go Go Black Stars Go. Well, it's all about them today because tonight they're playing. Oh, the coach, the captain Andre Dede Ayew is leading the boys today to battle against the West African neighbor Benin as Ghana opens their Afcon campaign. Now the players say they're ready, they're confident of a victory today. And you also know the President Akufo-Addo has arrived in Egypt to give the team some encouragement to start on a winning note. The game is at 8 p.m. tonight, this evening, and the team sheets are out already for the game. We have some analysis shortly, but first listen to a report that looks ahead to today's game.
The sound of a Ghanaian anthem will blast through the Ismaila Stadium as the Black Stars lock horns with the Squirrels of Benin at 8 p.m. tonight. The same stadium was where the Black Stars were handed defeat against Zimbabwe in a 2006 edition that sent the Black Stars packing.
Now, finally, it's happened. Zimbabwe go into the lead. The ball gets its final direction there from Ahmed.
Ghana has won the Africa Cup of Nations trophy on 4 occasions. Those victories, though, were achieved long ago. All the current players were not even born by then. The last triumph came in 1982 when the current coach, Kwesi Appiah, was part of the squad.
Libya, the final saw Ghana on their way to one of the 4 victories that they have recorded in this tournament history.
However, Ghana's domination has since declined. Ghana's captain, Andre Ayew, yesterday warned Benin in a pre-match conference that his team will come out all guns blazing. Some Ghanaians are optimistic that Ghana will beat Benin.
I'm expecting a great game. You see, it's been 37 years, I think, we won a trophy, so we did nothing more about the trophy. I mean, coming of this Afcon. That's the trophy we're expecting. I'm expecting the boys to have a good game and play all out. And play for the nation as well. Okay.
Oh, as for the Stars, it's 2-0. We are going to win 2-0. I expect one from Jordan and then Achu as well.
This time around, we are much more determined. And since we've gone 37 years, we think this is the right time for us to win. If there is any other time, this is the time.
The Squirrels of Benin will be making their 4th appearance at the tournament and is yet to win a match in the competition. Some Beninois in Ghana are confident their team will carry the day. Martin Francois Dosa is the Benin High Commissioner to Ghana.
Benin and Ghana will enter in the dance, and we are here. Everybody, you are Ghanaian and Beninins, and I know that Benin will win Ghana. I'm sure.
In all, the Black Stars have made 21 AFCON appearances, winning 4 titles: 1963, 1965, 1978 and 1982, being runners-up 5 times in 1968, 1970, 1992, 2010 and 2015. They placed 3rd once in 2008 and also placed 4th 4 times in 1996, 2012, 2013 and 2017, and are 3 times quarterfinalists in 1994, 2000 and 2002. Can the Black Stars end the long droughts by lifting the trophy? Time will tell. Henry Kwesi Bedu's report for JoyNews.
If that fund has anything to go by, you could say that morale is high in camp. They're getting ready to get on. And of course, since last week, we've been having analysis here on the show. Today, we'll be having another. I have with me here in the studio, Ridwan Ibrahim Asante with Joy Sport. Ridwan, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Gibson.
And also, I'll be engaging Jean-Claudel Zinzogan. He's an intern here from Benin. You're welcome.
Thank you, Gibson.
You say you're intimidated? That's the first sign that we're going to beat you. today. But we'll come to that conversation. But before that, by the way, yesterday there was a pre-match press conference that was held by the Black Stars in Egypt. Take a look. We'll come back. All right, so I'm going to bring you back that press conference in a short while. But that was the Black Stars getting ready with Langabell, you know, to go on a Jama spree there in Egypt this morning as well. We held one for them here at Multimedia. Take a look. The build-up to tonight's game that's happening at 8 p.m. Ghana time. Let me start the conversation. I'll tell you what the members of parliament have been saying, you know, what goodwill messages they're sending up to the Black Stars. We'll also bring you what we can safely call a tentative lineup, because we don't really know who's going to play what. But we have some information. We'll share that with you as well. But let me start with you, Ridwan. Ridwan, what do we know at this point? I mean, what's happening? I'm sure that there's a lot of talk ongoing among sports pundits, following how the game has come, how far the game has come, etc. Are people really hopeful?
Mixed, reactions coming in, especially judging from our previous experiences and results. Some they just want to be cautiously optimistic. That's it. Err on the side of caution. They don't want to be overly optimistic and then end up smiling at the wrong side. Like it's been there's is it
a WhatsApp message that's going around? We should look for it and read it. We should look for it and read it. But where is your heart, Ridwan? Is your heart, are you keeping it safe, or are you ready to, let it go for the Black Stars?
I want to put on my patriotic hat and say we should win. As a country who is thirsty for an African title. The last 37 years or so, and every year seems to be an extension of our drought, and so if we don't start well, there's a possibility of you slipping by. Although we can qualify as a third best country, one of them from the group. That's even if we don't finish first, second.
So you mean that we are likely to come third?
No, I'm saying that starting is important. I mean, starting well is important. If you lose your first game, then you stand a verge of battling with the rest. I think 4 others for the one of the slots as a third best, country, and that's virtually, lack. You don't know what will happen in the other groups as well. Who's going to get more points, etc.
So you better get it right first, once and for all.
Just get your first points. With 4 points, you're confirmed, qualification to the next round. That's the first knockout round. You like to say, yes, we must win, but also judging from what we saw yesterday, and even from what Madagascar did on Saturday, drawing 2-2, you know, in that game as debutants. And last night, Mali beating Mauritania. Mauritania were thumped 4-1, but they looked like a side that are capable of causing havoc. We shouldn't forget that we played against Mauritania here in Accra, and we needed, you know, a very, very late show to put them to the sword. So Benin having, you know, an experienced trainer. I mean, this is the 6th time he's heading to the Africa Cup of Nations. He's a Frenchman, Michel Dusseyer. He knows everybody in the Ghanaian team, and he would like to prove a point with an unfancied side like the Squirrels of Benin, or a less fancied team like Benin. So we will have to be on top of our game. Every player must bring on his A game to be able to ensure that Benin are put to flight tonight.
Interesting. You speak about Benin, and it's interesting the way you listed for us what Benin is coming in with. Like, who are these people that we're going to play against? I'm just speaking to Jean-Claude now. He's Beninois. And we keep saying, oh, you know, we've had this drought for 37 years, but Benin has never had any.
Yeah, because...
So for whom is it more crucial?
You know, it's like Brazil saying they've not won the World Cup since 2002, and Ghana, we've never won before. At that level, you know, Benin cannot compare themselves to Ghana, you know, in terms of football powerhouse, and also producing some of the best players on the continent. I don't know, with the exception of recent times, Razak Omotoyosi, who was a talisman for Benin. Benin really, they are yet to, you know, produce a very, you know, big, you know, football supernova on the continent. And
but isn't that you just mentioned that recently there's somebody, you know, there's somebody who is emerging? Isn't it the fact that the case that they're beginning to build themselves up to that level?
Yeah, that's what makes it a bit dicey and cagey, because when you have other countries picking up and then making progress, and you are retrogressing, or you are progressing at a decreasing rate, and they are improving at an increasing rate, then there's a problem, because they are always going to knock you off your perch when you least expected them. So you least expect them. We have to be looking over our shoulders and see who is chasing in on us. And Benin are one of them. Togo recently, they produce some good players as well. As a team, they play compactly. They might not have the individual stars, and Benin, if we underrate them, that will be at our own peril.
I'm coming to, and I'm bringing Jean-Claude in here now. Already he says he feels intimidated in Ghana. We've told you that we're going to kidnap you and you know, demand the ransom. The ransom will be that they should allow us to score them. But anyway, talk to us about Benin football. How is it like in Benin? Over here is big. Until recently, where, you know, people seem to have lost a lot of interest, football has always been huge. How is it like in Benin?
Benin football, like the last 2 years, I think the coach and the government, they have done a magnificent work, because Benin was struggling, and since 2010 we haven't been involved in the African Cup of Nations. So right now it's trying.
So that's what, 9 years of not being a part of the Afcon?
Yeah, 9 years.
And at this point, I mean, I'm sure you're in touch with your friends, you know, back in Benin. Yeah. What do they say? Are they confident that they're going to win? Do they have fears of meeting a stronger football side, if you like, being Ghana?
Like, we all know Ghana. Like, Ghana, we can't talk about, you know, Ghana and football now. So, but there's high hopes. I think people understand that we have to be behind the team, full support, and like the players know they have to bring some joy, especially after what happened after the election for Member of Parliament, violences and all. So we are trying to bring some joy to Beninois and
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the Benin side, they owe the people some joy, like you say.
Yeah.
For the Ghanaian side, they owe us a lot. Won't you say? They owe us not just face saving.
You know, we need a trophy, and that's what everybody is talking about. When is the trophy going to happen? Because 37 years ago, majority of the working class now were not born. If you take a critical look at the demographics, it looks like most of them were still either young or were not even born at that time. So what can we use to placate the Ghanaian? It's just by winning the Nations Cup,
okay,
and then wiping off or out what happened in 2014.
The pain and the heartache and everything they've
caused us. What would even be sweet is Asamoah scoring the winning goal, to make amends for what happened in 2010 at the World Cup. That penalty, last minute penalty he missed, it caused a lot of pain.
It caused a lot of pain. Well, not everybody has given up on the Black Stars. At least our members of parliament have not. So they have some goodwill messages. Let's listen to them. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation, because I'll also be taking you to Benin. We'll hear from them.
This is to let the Black Stars of Ghana know that we are all rooting for them. We will be cheering them on tonight. We expect that they will defeat Benin in tonight's game. We are all praying that the 37-year drought be ended. We want the trophy back to Ghana where it belongs. We can't continue to rely on just our 1982 past glory. The time for bringing the trophy back home is now. And let the Black Stars.
I want to wish them the best of luck. In fact, the luck that I'm wishing is not for the Black Stars alone, but for all of us in Ghana. And it is not only luck, but perseverance. In anything that we do, we have to really persevere and show forth our best. And that is one thing the Black Stars are very good at doing. So I have no fear at all. I have confidence that they will win the match and win it very well. As a woman, normally I'm not a fan of football, but when it comes to Ghana and some other country, I go in all out. So I wish them God's blessings. I wish them the courage. I wish that they will have the courage today to show us that they are really good, and they are always good, and they will always be good. I wish them God's blessings in the match.
Well, we expect nothing but the best. We've had a drought for as long as since 1982. So Ghanaians are very, very hungry for the cup. And this is to assure them that they've got our moral support. We are rooting for them. I mean, it's the national team. You can't do otherwise than to give them your maximum support. So we would be clad in our jerseys when the Stars play today and root for them. And we are hoping that Benin should be a walkover.
And the expectation is the scoreline will be?
Hopefully 3 or 4-0.
3 or 4-0. What's your prediction?
Well, actually, I'll be happy if there's a draw. Like a draw will be.
A draw will be okay for you.
We need to play tight, because Ghana, it's a tough game though, so we need to play tight.
Redwan, you look sad for him.
Yes, he's fighting for a point, and we are looking at winning, making a start. We want to join the big boys. Egypt have won, Morocco have won. Yesterday it was a sweet win for Mali. And also Algeria won. Tunisia were just pegged back. So the big boys are all winning, and these are the title favorites. Why don't we join? And Nigeria also won. They left it very, very late. Yes, it's going to be very tight.
So it's like that's where we belong. For Ghana, that's where we belong.
Absolutely.
With the big boys.
Even when Ghanaians are a bit downcast or have got mixed reactions, for the outside world, they still look at the Black Stars as favorite. If you travel along, you see in Egypt now, in Ismaila, they have memories of what Ghana, and basically judging from the previous World Cups, anytime we go for the World Cup, we are the shining light, and so they're looking at us. They know we can do it, you know, when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations. And I know even in 2006 I was in Egypt for that tournament, and they were just talking about Black Stars in Port Said.
Were they talking about the football we played or the dance, because we like dancing too?
No, everything is part of it. I mean, it's part. It's a full bouquet. You know, they talk about. You know, they talk about that one as well, and also our pedigree on the pitch.
All right. So I don't know if you're Benin and you're watching us. I don't know if you're where you are watching us. I'm sure that all of you are Ghanaian. I mean, most of you are Ghanaians. But if you're Benin watching us, whatever it is, what are your predictions? Share them with me on 050-564-6330. That's on WhatsApp. We're going to put the number there. Do not call the number, please. Just WhatsApp. WhatsApp is fine. The number again is 050-564-6330. That's 050-564-6330. Share your WhatsApp messages with me. But one, I would like to talk about, you know, we had the members of parliament. We've seen most of them are NDC members of parliament, and I'm sure that we could hear from the other side. The president is there. What do you envisage? I mean, I think it happened before some time when, you know, we had the president fly there, and it didn't really bring us any good result. You know, it wasn't a good omen, if you like. I don't know what you make of, or what sports people are saying about the president's presence.
As I think it's become a fashion now. Political leaders have attached themselves to national teams. A typical example is what happened at the World Cup with the Croatian president, the lady. She was, is it Kulanda or something? I've forgotten her name anyway.
Okay.
But she was there to support the team, and her enchanting beauty, her presence gave it a whole twist, and Croatia went far to the final. You know, playing in the final. Are
you saying her beauty made Croatia go to the final?
I'm saying that it's added bite. It made people talk about
it.
It
added excitement.
And because,
to the game.
you know, more importantly, because she was from the opposite sex also, it made it nice.
Because she's a female president.
A female president. Normally, they'll say she's not interested or disinterested in football affairs, but she proved that yes, football brings everybody together, and she was part of the party. And presidents all over, you know, it's common to see, you know, male presidents join the campaign. In 2006, our first World Cup, President Kufuor, former President Kufuor was there for our first game against Czech Republic. We didn't win. Akufo-Addo has been with the team. I remember in one of the qualifiers, the team en route to playing, I think they were in Ethiopia to Kenya. He was also at an AU, you know, conference in Addis Ababa. He passed by the training grounds, had a talk with the team, and before leaving. So he's been part of this team. I remember the role he played in the captaincy dispute when Asamoah Gyan was stripped off and he quit the national team immediately. He called and then told him to rescind his decision and be part of the campaign. So Akufo-Addo has been like the life patron, and I think every president likes to be the life patron of the national team, and so that's just by way of formality. He will be there to support. If they make a good start, of course, no, he's not going to continue to be at every game. But when we get to the final, trust.
So hopefully his presence should help.
Yes, he'll be there. And every president now is, you know, we saw Raila Odinga, you know, go to the Kenyan team, also wish them luck, and it was it really caused an uproar in Kenya because they thought it was bad luck for the team. Kenya, that's the feeling. Almost every president.
Is your president there?
I think the ministry is there.
The ministry is there.
President.
Okay, so I have some messages here. Let me just quickly share them before they run. The messages really come. They come in really quickly, fast and thick. So let me just do that. Salom. Is it Salom? S-E-L-O-A-M-E.
Salom.
Salome. No, it's not Salome. It looks like it's a male. It says it's from Ghana 3, Benin 1. Ghana 3, Benin 1. Okay, wow. So hold on. Let me see. Okay, 2-0 against Benin. Okay, so I'm saying I'm beginning to feel that the predictions are coming from Ghanaians. So 2. Please stop calling the line. WhatsApp is okay. Stop calling the line. WhatsApp is okay. 2-0 against Benin there. You do not add your name. Prince from Kumasi says, the only time we feel proud happens to be moments like these. I urge the Black Stars to make this sad country proud tonight. The year of return. Very shortly, I'll let you listen to what Beninois are also saying, because we have some sounds from Benin as well. From hi, I want all Ghanaians to know about this MPP government. They're not good. Okay, well, we're not talking about MPP. We're basically talking about the Black Stars. Okay, so if you have messages, let's do Black Stars right now. Okay, so you keep calling the phone, so I cannot read the text messages. There's so many just trickling in, and I cannot read them if you keep calling the phone. In the meantime, let's listen to the Beninois who've been speaking to us about this game.
Yes, I think Benin will win against Ghana because the players are motivated and they desire this victory for the country. Besides, it goes not only for the honor, but also for that of a whole nation that counts on them. So I'm very sure they will win. Call Benin.
For the match of tonight, I think that Benin will win Ghana 2-0 because it's a young team who's there now, and I just give them our support to win Ghana.
So those are some Beninois there. How do you feel when you're hearing from your compatriots? You're happy?
Plenty of hopes.
Does it give you any hope?
Yeah, it's a football match. So
you don't seem very optimistic about your chances. Are you?
Because in the past we have been, you know, so excited, you know, and
you've been
quickly we came back on earth. So
okay, but but anyway, 2010. Since 2010, you've not been a part of AFCON. I'm particularly excited for you that at least the Benin is there right now. But we have Nanajma on the line. He's a coach. Nanajma, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what are you seeing from where you sit? Any predictions, any thoughts?
Well, I just hope we go out there and win. You know, it's a difficult time. It always is a difficult time come AFCON and World Cup. I think we started off badly with the issue of the captain's armband, etc., etc. But on all accounts, from the press conference that was held by the coach, Kwesi Appiah, and the captain, Andre Ayew, I felt a little bit of comfort in the fact that Kwesi Appiah said this was the first time since he's been appointed, and he's been appointed twice, that he's overseen a camp that's been so unified and so calm and so peaceful. I mean, normally they tell us a load of lies. They tell us everything is okay in camp, etc., etc. And then we come out to find out later that, you know, it wasn't as peaceful as they were saying. Well, this time I think I've got cause to believe that there is peace in camp. And I'm just hoping that it will lead to much better performances than it has in the past. I mean, we boast about, you know, appearing in 6 AFCON semi-finals without realizing we didn't win anything. I hope this time we'll boast about being in the semi-final and the final and take the cup home.
Well, we're saying we're getting information. We're not really sure about what the lineup is looking like. Do you have any idea now? We have we understand it's been confirmed. Okay, so what I have here at the moment, Ayew, number 9, Achu 7, Wakaso 11, Pate 5. Who's the number 10? Is that Ayew rather? Yeah, Ayew at 10. Okay, Andre Ayew at 10, Achu at 7, Wakaso 11.
Jesse numbers. So.
Well, you should start from the goalkeeper, to be honest with you. Then you
okay. Hang on. It looks like I'm getting it twisted now. Redwan, help me out.
Yeah, so we have Richard Ofori in post. Lumo Agbenyenu is there. Kasim Nuhu. John Boy and Andy Yadom. In the midfield, 2 players, Wakaso, Pate, and then up front we have Achu on the left, Ejapon on the right, Andrea Ayew in front of them, and then there's Jordan Ayew also leading the attack. So that looks like a 4-2-3-1 formation from the coach.
Okay, and that's confirmed. Nana, your thoughts on this? Winnable strategy?
Well, normally we would feature a 4-4-2. This is a paradigm shift in terms of formation. with regards to as far as the coach is concerned. I believe that with this type of formation, we're going to be isolated up front. Jordan Ayew will be isolated up front, and what he will need is to receive support very quickly when the ball is passed to him, because he'll be competing against 4 defenders if that doesn't happen. I think Kwesi will have to involve...
Nana, if you could reposition, because I'm having some pretty bad feedback in your line. Let's try this again. Please go ahead.
No, I'm saying that with the formation that we have right now, it's a paradigm shift. It moves away from what is the normal modus operandi. Normally, Coach Kwesi Appiah would play a 4-4-2. I'm happy to see the variation, but with Jordan Ayew or any striker up front, that person will be isolated if he doesn't receive support very quickly from the other 3 or 4, or even 2. So that's an issue for me. Is Jordan the type of player that can really receive the ball and hold the ball up sufficiently long enough to receive that support? I doubt that. Yeah, he doesn't do that in Crystal Palace. He doesn't do a lot of things in Crystal Palace, in fact. So I think there's a challenge there. And I would also argue that the coach has to really involve himself in the game, considering this is the type of formation he wishes to start with. Because he's not used to this formation, and it calls for more coach involvement. You can't just sit there cozy on the bench watching.
Yes, I'm still struggling to hear. I hear you okay, but I struggle to hear you every now and then. So let me just take your very final words. Any words for the boys? Any encouragement?
Well, do their best. Do their best. They're there not to get to the semi-final and come home. They're there to win the trophy and come home. So that's what I'm expecting.
Very well. Nana, thank you for joining in the conversation. Nana Jumainde, he's a coach, he's also a sports journalist there. Ridwan, he was talking about the formation. He thinks that normally it wouldn't, Kwesi Appiah wouldn't go for such a formation. And he thinks he's not really sure about this formation being a winnable strategy.
Maybe he's got his reasons, and one of them is that this is not a system that was tried out, more by the coach and the players, and he's trying to, fix it at this point in time. It might not really come off. It should have been rehearsed in friendly matches, but we had the opportunity of playing just one match, and two matches, Namibia and then against South Africa. So that's his fear, but his fears could be assuaged by the performance the Black Stars put up. It can be a different thing altogether. Those are genuine concerns from the Najma based on, history of the team. So we wait and see. I am not so much into tactics, to be frank. I don't think so. I think it's about the players' ability to pull the chestnut out of the blazing fire. It's about how hungry they are, how determined they want to go, and when it is that they want to punch above their weights, they can do that. The coach, there are few matches that the coach really will win it for you on the bench or from the bench.
You have to work for it on the pitch.
But there are some, it's about working for it, the players doing it and being tactically ingenious, and that's what they have to do. If the tactical ingenuity is not there from the players, and technically they are not good, they are not up to scratch, everything the coach says, whether play a 4-4-2 or a 4-1-3-2 formation, it still will come to naught, because nothing will come out of that one. It's all about the players and the ability to adjust.
Okay. Let me just read for you some of the messages I'm getting here, and then we'll try and wrap it up. Hector from Royal Bobo Kingdom, I don't know where that is, but he says Ghana 2, Benin 0. Certainly a Ghanaian perspective. Don't worry. Agroniform. So don't worry. This is one. I'm Kelvin from Bibiani. I believe Ghana is winning by 3-1 today against Benin. Thanks for your message. Benin 2, Ghana 1. I am Asido Creso Dovi from Benin, but I live in Sampa, Ghana. All right. Okay, we'll see. Good afternoon. I'm Kobe from Takrade. I'm in support of the Black Stars 2-0 in favor. patriotic, mood. Mrs. Theodora Anna from Wager, Ghana 2, Benin 0, Black Stars all the way. Okay, I just did this one. Leah Benjamin from Nakpanduri, 2-0 against Benin. He says, a lot of people seem to like the 2 as well. Says we are the Stars of Africa, 5-1 in favor of Ghana. My man Jay knows it. Say hi to him, the Benin man, Amin from Labadi, Tiado. Okay, he says hi to you, but he's saying we'll score 5 goals and Benin will score 1. Fact, the president is on official visit and thus he took the opportunity to meet them. Okay, thanks for sending that in. You don't add your name. This one says Ghana will win 2-0, God willing. Bismarck Ejabain from Boyns Enchi. Let's just pray for them. Redwan, if you listen to the messages we are reading, it looks like people are really optimistic. Is it, are we getting to the point where because we didn't see, but for the captaincy, well, we didn't really see a lot of issues coming out from the Black Stars camp? Do you get the feeling that we're getting these positive vibes from there, or we're just really tired of the drought, so we just want them to win?
It's just simply the love for the Black Stars, and people have pretended they don't care about the team, but always when there's a defeat or a poor performance, you can read from the reverberations how the whole country begins to talk about the Black Stars, how we are wasting money on the team and why we don't have the best quality. And if people don't are indifferent towards the Black Stars, you can see nobody will even comment about the team when they play. But the last time they played at Accra Sports Stadium, we had an encourageable crowd. It was a decent turnout in terms of the spectators that came to watch. So we still love, and you can see a lot of guys and ladies in their replica jerseys.
Yeah, we're here.
Yes, around, and that's
where is the Beninois jersey? But anyway,
so that's it.
That's
we love the Black Stars.
But we pretend like we don't. But that's because they break our hearts, and when you break our hearts, we can't just go get in bed with
in
you.
Relationship,
like that,
in relationship, people have suffered from broken hearts and still they go ahead to marry.
Really? Well, let's see if this is the makeup, moment, whether they can make it up to us. But I'll take your very final comment on this. Some people say 5. Some people say, but lots of people seem to say 2, between 2 and 3 against Benin. What's your prediction?
I think, for me,
is a draw.
Yeah, a draw. A draw would be good, but at least if they lose, show some strength. They should lose with dignity. Yeah, not more than 2 goals.
Okay. Redwan, what's your prediction?
I want us to win. 1-0. For now, is the trophy we're looking at. The first step is important. Even if it's 1-0, half 0, let's get it. All we want is a win. The next stage and the next stage and the final.
But wouldn't the number of goals we score determine?
Not at all. A win is a win.
Points.
Yeah,
no points.
A win is a win. When you win, we qualify, we get more points. Right. A win is 3. We need another win 3, and then another win 3. We win the first qualifying round. The next is the quarterfinal. The semi-final we win, and to the final. And when we win, whether it's 0.5 or 1-0, we have the trophy.
All right. Well, go Black Stars, go. We can't speak for the Beninois, but of course, they've never had it. We've had it. I mean, we've not had it for the past 37 years, but they've never had it. But again, this is our time. A lot of people say this is a chance for the Black Stars to square it up with us one way or the other. Finally, let me take this message. It says, I am Mokhtar from Germany. Benin Republic is my country, and we will win versus Ghana. He actually takes a photo and sends that photo to us, a photo of the television he's watching us on. So Redwan mentioned the message, and Redwan, I just want to share that message about how to watch the Black Stars match tonight. 5 tips. They say 5 tips when watching Black Stars Nations Cup. 1, watch with 2 or more people around you in case of a heart attack. 2, eat before watching to avoid loss of appetite and starvation. 3, don't bet more than 100 cedis on any match to avoid high blood pressure. 4, keep dangerous objects out of reach while watching. 5, sleep immediately after the match to avoid transfer of anger. And this message is going around on Facebook. See, I think just open up your heart, support them. In a game, someone is bound to win, someone is bound to lose. If we win, we'll be happy. If we don't win, we'll continue to encourage them to come home for the next match. Am I right with that?
Absolutely, that's what we should do.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming. Redwan Ibrahim Asante is an editor at with Joy Sports. Jean Claudel Sinzogan is a Beninois intern here at Joy News. We're hoping that the Black Stars perform well. He's hoping for the Beninois side to also perform. We'll see how it goes.